Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're starting the ultimate guide to crafting creamy homemade mac and cheese. You'll learn the basics, from choosing the right pasta to understanding what makes a cheese sauce smooth and comforting. The ultimate guide to crafting creamy homemade mac and cheese. Nothing beats a warm bowl of homemade mac and cheese when you need a bit of comfort. It's the kind of dish that works just as well for a quick Tuesday night dinner as it does for a holiday side. While the boxed stuff has its place, making it from scratch allows you to control the silkiness and flavor in a way an instant packet never could. You don't need fancy equipment or a professional kitchen to get restaurant quality results at home. The secret to a perfect bowl lies in a few simple choices. By picking the right noodle and creating a stable, creamy cheese sauce, you can avoid the oily messes or dry textures that often plague home cooks. This guide will walk you through picking the best ingredients, mastering the stovetop method, and deciding when to pop your dish in the oven. You'll also learn how to fix common issues like graininess or blandness, so your next batch is a guaranteed success. The building blocks of great mac and cheese. To make a truly great dish, you have to find the right balance between the pasta and the sauce. If the pasta is too soft, the dish feels mushy. If the sauce is too thin, it slides right off the noodles. You want every bite to have a thick coating of cheese that clings to the curves of the pasta. This starts with understanding how these core components work together to create a cohesive meal. Best pasta shapes for mac and cheese, and how to cook them right. The shape of your pasta is more than just a visual choice. You need a shape with plenty of surface area, nooks, and crannies to trap the sauce. Elbow macaroni. The classic choice because the hollow center fills with cheese. Shells. These act like little scoops for the sauce. Cavatappi. These long spiraled tubes look elegant and hold onto thicker sauces very well. Penne or campanelli. Good alternatives if you want a heartier bite. When you cook the pasta, always stop a minute or two before the package directions say it's done. This is called al dente, and it means the pasta still has a bit of a firm bite. This is important because the pasta will continue to cook and absorb moisture once it's mixed with the hot sauce. Salt your water heavily like the sea to season the noodles from the inside out. Before you drain the pot, save about half a cup of the pasta water. You can use this later to loosen the sauce if it becomes too thick. How to pick cheeses that melt smoothly. Not every cheese performs well in a sauce. While aged cheeses have amazing flavor, they often break apart or turn gritty when they get too hot. For the best texture, use a blend of flavors. A sharp cheddar provides that iconic tang, but you should pair it with a high melt cheese like Monterey Jack, Fontina, or young Gouda to keep the sauce smooth. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is buying pre-shredded cheese in a bag. Those products are coated in potato starch or cellulose to keep them from sticking together in the package. These additives also prevent the cheese from melting into a creamy liquid, which often results in a grainy or gloppy sauce. Shred your cheese yourself using a box grater for a much better result. As a rule of thumb, use one sharp cheese for taste and one mild creamy cheese for the perfect melt. That's the end of part 1 of this video on creamy homemade mac and cheese. We've covered the essential building blocks that make this dish work every time. Stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.